Is she coming? No, but Sarah is. Too late, Sarah. Oh no, she made it, I think. Just. Saving again. United Colonies. Oh boy, this is going to be more intimidating than I expected. Hi.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing
I had to kill a
this information.
terramorph. It was terrifying. Hadrian made it clear that addressing this issue required the utmost urgency.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Fuck you, dude.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
To not have the same thing repeat itself like Londinian? We're still trying to figure out what we're facing. We can't make an informed decision without data. We need the archival data to find a way to stop a possible terramorph apocalypse. I'm here to talk about what happened. Hadrian's one of the grand plans. Okay.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting.
Of course you do.
While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I resent that.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000?
A very good question.
Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we?
He started it.
And while there should be no doubt, the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties. Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data?
Does it matter?
I don't think it's enough.
We're waiting until we try.
Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all
I've
alarming
never
to you?
fought one before. I don't know the difference. It wiped out a colony that never saw it coming. That's pretty alarming. I only know what I was told. Its tissue matched the ones from Londinian. I mean, Hadrian was kind of indicating the first one, but saying that I only know what I was told is not very convincing. But I like the second half. The tissue matched the ones from Londinian.
Just taking her word for it as well, then.
Told you he wouldn't like it.
So it would seem.
Damn it.
So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Yes. If there's a chance that what happened on Tau Ceti could happen elsewhere, we need to grant the request.
I'm uncomfortable opening the archives without gathering more information.
Oh, okay.
However, if that's the path forward you prefer, then so be
Could you have
it.
spoken up before I picked
I'm
the
inclined
option?
to agree.
As am I.
Well, I am not. I've heard nothing here to convince me that we should do anything but wait. And I will not risk galactic peace on a question of if.
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat.
He's the chief
So
diplomat.
then, while the data you two have presented is compelling, I think we can safely say it's insufficient for the level of action you've
So what do you
requested.
want from us?
Perhaps once we... What was that?
What the absolute shit? What? 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 What?
Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
What?
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
You're not very
There
diplomatic.
will be plenty of time for conjecture later.
Shit. How many people is it gonna
Chief
kill?
Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain
We
the
needed special
things,
guns
but
to kill
do it
even one last
discreetly.
time.
The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
It's a bit difficult to
Yes.
prevent that. Terramorphs,
Admiral
hello?
Logan, the local barracks can provide support.
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
You should always have one on world.
We'll have to make do with the tools we've got.
Don't look at me like
You
that.
too. We can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things
With
before.
big
Now
guns.
go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
I think you're missing the important point of this plot here, is that there were big guns last time. This is not the way to go. This is the way to go. Oh boy, that escalated quickly. I was like, well, what else do we need? We need another attack, don't we? But, what the actual hell?
Stop! We're trying to help you!
What the hell?
I can't stop!
I can't help you either. Oops. This way.
That's it. Now hit him with everything you've got.
Okay.
What are you doing? EM fire, Captain.
Sorry, I thought it would automatically equip the gun. I'm sorry. That was a misunderstanding on my part. I kind of figured, because you're saying, hey, use it. I was like, oh, okay, it must auto-equip.
Use! The EM rifle, grab it!
Okay. How do I hold to equip?
Stop.
There we go.
Now
That's
hit him
what
with
I
everything
needed.
you've got.
Please!
It's the wrong fight.
Stop!
Score another point for our side.
Okay. Equip followers with EM weapons to engage
Guess they ran
non-lethally.
away.
I think they'll figure it out for themselves. So what are we doing?
Lights out on that one.
Get down. Yo! Non-lethally! Non-lethally! Read the room! Holy hell.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting. I've seen this before.
So this is what Terramorphs do!
They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't
Wow! That makes them way more
don't know.
terrifying.
They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
they? Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this
Only
fog.
some? Okay. How do you
It
differentiate which
affects
ones can and
everyone
which one
differently,
can't?
but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire and keep that EM weapon at the ready.
Okay. Sounds like we need to hustle.
Let's do it.
Just
Nat's unlocked.
bear with me.
Please, do what you can
Bear
to
with
help
me. I
them.
gotta favorite this weapon if I'm swapping between live rounds and non-live rounds. Weapons. Stealth EM Equinox. Well, you seem to be saying that this was a non-lethal item. So, It's using my laser stuck though. Favorite on 9, really? Maybe we'll put it on that. I'm totally not gonna remember it's on that. Because I'm gonna need live rounds for the actual battle against the Terramorphs. You cannot go anywhere else. Congratulations.
Huh? Was that you?
God, no time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's move.
Okay.
Issued for the Spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
It's here!
Just the one?
Back up! Don't just stand there. Good.
Okay. Coming in.
Back up! Go for more backup!
Ow!
All sides! Oh God. Captain!
There's a reason you can't...
It's not
She wasn't
real.
reloading.
Whatever you're experiencing right now, it's not real. We
Oh,
have
shit.
to put down that thing.
I'm working on it. It's really hard to see though. Oh, that sounds creepy as.
We made quick work of them, huh?
Okay, it's down.
Wait,
Good God.
officer.
Set aside anything useful and just leave the rest.
Expanse.
Hello. I'm still seeing shit, but hi.
Right now.
Jimmy!
We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more men.
Fair.
Put those things down and do it fast. We
Kind of running out of
hold them as
ammo,
best we
sir.
can.
There are too many of them. Speak to the fire team. Where's the fire team? You the fire team? Hi. Try not to die.
Heard you might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with Terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here, but we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us.
Okay. I want you watching our backs.
Roger that. We're on you. I hate false alarms. Gotta stay sharp.
It's a lower level, but it doesn't really seem to be taking much damage. Actually, no, you know what? Nope, don't like that option. Oh, well, we're here now. Ow. Maybe this is the only time I appreciate being in close quarters. Or not.
We just want to be friends.
Yeah, I don't know about that, buddy. Shot of lead up the ass.
Make
Find a
sure
good
you
use for
heat
this.
it hot before you stow it in your bag.
I'll do just that, just for you. I'm losing my absolute mind, but that's okay. Oh, I thought it would be in here. Whatever that was, let's do more of that.
It's got me! It's got me! Where are you?
Who is this guy? And how do I save him? Do you have to get in there? I don't want to kill you. Ugh. You know what? This is a good idea. Oh god. Good lord. Wasn't paying attention to my health at all. I can't sprint apparently.
Run! Run now!
You know what? Put it back there. Oh god. We're losing numbers. Oh, he's back up. Never mind.
All wrapped up.
I accidentally double pressed my meds again.
We should go tell the sergeant what happened.
It's over. Thank God. If these things reached the populated areas of the
Oh no, we
city,
did die.
we would have had an absolute massacre on our hands.
That's sad. We did lose a guy. God. They look weird compared to the other one. The other one wasn't covered in all this red and blue shit. It's unusual. Why don't you have any, like, guns and turrets and shit on your buildings facing outside? Yumi.
Thank the heavens you're back in one piece. Though I guess our people weren't so lucky.
The sacrifice wasn't in vain. Only one person died that I saw from that attack. He's safe now. Don't worry, we're going to get to the bottom of what happened here today. It's what I signed up for.
The few protecting the many.
And it would have been plenty more if it hadn't been for the two of you. The city owes you both a debt after this.
We were just in the right place at the right time. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
I'm sure she's already been informed, but okay. Good grief. And again, to think that this is a side quest. This is just a UC faction quest. Jeez. Oh, you also should probably do a level. So I have ballistics, geology, medicine, or we can go into a second tier finally, which would be great, getting into a second tier. Don't know what I want to do though. You can construct improved outpost modules. 20% more damage. Kill 50 enemies. Oh, well, that would have been useful 2 seconds ago.
Port has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
That is all. But again, these terramorphs did not look like the previous ones, so I don't know that it's really a match. It's not a like-for-like situation. Would you like your gun back? I actually don't need it. Did I end up keeping that? Oh. I prefer my other gun. The Equinox. My Equinox. Ooh, the money. Can we unfavorite? How do we remove from favorites? Do we just drop it?
Well, that's
there you
a
go.
waste.
Yeah, but if I pick it back up, is it gonna be favorited? Yes. Whatever. We'll sell it, maybe, at some point. Assuming I remember, which I won't. So,
Whole building's on lockdown.
a change of attitude at all?
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
what about us?
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should discuss.
Indeed.
Heroes were minted down at that spaceport. And that includes you.
The next time terrormorphs rear their ugly heads, the UC is going to be ready.
Should have been ready already.
Captain, Hadrian, it would appear that the cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today, as well as an apology. Your concerns about the terrormorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
I take my gratitude in credits, real estate, or luxury goods. No, great, thank you.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, after today's events, the cabinet has decided to revisit its previous decision. We will be supporting your collection of the terramorph data from the archives,
But I still need the other
as
two
well
factions.
as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to
This
need
looks like a
someone to
long-term
convince
plan.
the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
Bold move. If you're sure that's the wisest course of action, I can't be a representative. I'm just some Vanguard nobody. Tell me what I'm getting first and I'll consider it. Me? Why not send a diplomat? Someone trained for this sort of thing?
The cabinet wants progress and wants it quickly. You're already far more familiar with the situation than any diplomat would be. There's also no diplomat alive that can claim they helped keep a cadre of terramorphs off the embassy doorsteps.
True.
The cabinet was unanimous.
Oh,
want
even
you.
Tool McGee over there agreed? Okay.
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon
Really?
collection of the data.
I can buy a home?
So, will you help us?
I can't afford a home. What do I get for being a citizen?
It has its perks. Only citizens can purchase property in the city. We also pay reduced prices on most goods and services across the UC. There's also a credit disbursement when you first join. Help get you on your feet. But above all, you'd become a dedicated part of the greatest faction in the galaxy. If you're willing to help us, we can open that door.
Count on me, ma'am.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support.
Thank God.
Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall.
Okay, Deputy McIntyre it
And on
is.
behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Honey, don't tell me when I'm dismissed.
I'm gonna go
That
check
was
in
rude.
with Engineer Kulkarni.
I do
Start
not
getting a
appreciate
plan
that
together for that
at
data.
all. Deputy McIntyre.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Yes. Yes, sir. Consider it done.
You just been briefed? I was going to wait on the other side of your table, but I guess I'll come
That
in.
must make you my Vanguard captain.
Indeed.
Welcome to Interstellar Affairs.
Your hair is terrible.
I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second in command.
Oh, wow, lucky you.
I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude.
I was also told the President wants us to get you into the Armistice archives ASAP. So, we've got no time to waste. You know what the archives are, correct?
Correct. They're the repositories for all banned data from the colony war.
Someone paid attention in current events.
I'm interested in current events.
Then you also know that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players.
Yes, I do.
Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Indeed, because they've got no skin in the game at the moment. You think they'd be clamoring to help after the spaceport attack? Yeah, but again, it wasn't on their territory. No problem, I'm just going to need some electrodes, a tooth extractor, and some sodium pentothal. Let's get those codes.
I couldn't agree more. However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
I like creativity.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
Ambassador Radcliffe, actually, because I will be going there shortly.
Ah, the good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable. Now,
good for her.
officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools.
Can you be
to
more
get her
specific
code.
other than just other tools? I think you're interested in how delightful I am. No one could be that stubborn. New Atlantis was just attacked. Alright, tell me what is this tool then.
Huh. Well, if that's the case, I'll wait to be pleasantly surprised. But we do have one item up our sleeve.
What is it?
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living
Well,
quarters.
that's invasive.
Which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
Super invasive.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen. Report suggests there's a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for intel. Maybe even convince to work with you.
Okay, what can you do about a staff member?
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Ratcliffe, bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and outs of embassy life, and someone who very likely hates her guts.
Lovely. Are there other things I should avoid doing inside the embassy?
Yes, many. Don't steal anything.
Yep.
Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone.
Okay.
If something goes wrong, we'll do our best to smooth things over, but I can't make any promises.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
Understandable. Alrighty. Tell me about Ambassador Balmore of House Varun.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
I'm sure it can be reasoned with. House Varun are people just like us.
Well said. There's no reason to assume they're any worse than us, despite their cultural beliefs.
Of course. But there is another wrinkle.
Of course there is.
We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive.
That's a wrinkle
His public
indeed.
Appearances were always rare. But it's been several years now since he last poked his head out.
That's a problem.
Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting. Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly
Not the
remind him
kind
of
you
his
were
duties under the
expecting.
armistice.
What does that mean? What kind of life signs did you detect in the embassy?
The Varun delegation brought more than a few of their native
Did
flora
the
with
flora
them
kill
when
him?
they set up in the embassy.
Oh no.
It seems those plants have been allowed to flourish, making it hard for us to verify what's flora and what's ambassador.
Maybe the ambassador has become the flora. Wait, no one has actually been inside the embassy?
The embassy is still legally
Hey,
House Varun's
Kelton!
sovereign territory, so we're not technically permitted inside. We've
Ah,
snuck in the
okay.
occasional spy, of course, but the ambassador has proven more evasive than you'd expect for a man of his age. But we're quite sure he hasn't left the city. The man stands out.
What does that even mean? Does he have bright green hair or something? What do I do if he's dead?
Then you search the embassy for his biometric key, collect your code piece, and we'll go about notifying his next of kin, if we can ever find them. But let's hope it doesn't come to that. I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Now, if
Great.
you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask.
I'm good.
I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe.
Yeah.
Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
I thought we'd have to go to other planets. But no, we just need to do what we need to do here with the other ambassadors. Okay, what?
Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact
Does
you
this
found
really
on
feel like the
Vectera.
time or the place?
When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel?
Does this feel like the time or the place? I had visions, heard sounds, and music. It's difficult to describe. It's a strange question to be asking out of nowhere. Oh, whatever.
No, I don't think you understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music. How did you feel inside? What were your thoughts?
My thoughts were, oh my god, I'll be getting the secrets of the universe, and oh, bright light, oh, we passed out. It was like instantaneously being pulled across the entire galaxy, yes.
Oh my goodness. That must have been terrifying.
It felt knowledgeable.
When it comes to the artifacts, it never ceases to amaze me how the science, well, simply fails.
That's a bit of an understatement. I'm sure there's a perfectly rational explanation for them. Why didn't you bring us back up at the lodge?
True. But hey, how else would you describe it? The artifacts are so different, so alien. And I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery.
Yep, it definitely felt like it was trying to communicate. There's a solution to all of us out there somewhere. Even if it could answer, what would it say? When you say it spoke to me,
Is there? After spending years gathering data about the artifacts, you'd think I'd have all the answers.
okay, this conversation doesn't seem to be really going anywhere. Okay, this whole experience must be incredibly frustrating.
Frustrating? No. Bewildering? Yes.
Better choice of words.
It would be, oh, well, an explorer's dream to solve a mystery like this.
Then we'll get to the bottom of the mystery together. Never mind the dream, think of the fame.
I knew I picked the right person for the job. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best decision I've made in quite a long time.
Well, I'm glad you're getting some kicks out of this. Sorry, I actually did try to go around you, but I'm a bit uncoordinated at times. Hi! Bye! Lobby. Where was Commander Tuala during all of this? Did you go and help with the attacks? No. Rude. Alrighty, so our log just gets bigger and bigger and bigger by the second. Faction. Friends like these. Acquire the I didn't even get a quest for the other one. That's interesting. I mean, this is the one I was going to do anyway, but it's interesting. Where is it? I just want to know where it was on the goddamn map. It is that way. Oh, this water looks terrible. But I like your lily pads.